Hi, and welcome to this 5th episode of The Illusion of Being Good. I will today share with you the dilemma of being good. So, you are here in the middle, and all your life you are on this path down here where you are turning into a version of you that is not your true self, because this version of you is conforming to anything or everybody around you. So you are being good in any sense, in any part of your life, as I showed you in the previous video about the areas of where you are being good. So because you are down here, you feel this inner turmoil and this dilemma between your true self, your heart that is calling you forward, telling you that how you are acting, and when you are not saying no and putting up limits, and when you are just agreeing and conforming, then your soul is poking at you and telling, hey you, it's time to wake up, because remember that dream, remember how you truly desire to feel, what you truly wish to unfold and explore in this world. So the noise gets louder and louder because you are suppressing your true self, the soul that is coming forward and trying to pull you from this way of showing up in your life. Your soul really wants you to unfold and expand at your maximum level in this lifetime. Your soul is here to do something good in this world, and you cannot unfold that when you are living from an inauthentic place in your life. So you have to move from the being good version of yourself to become yourself, and from yourself you can move towards being your true self. So this is a process where you are releasing and letting go of the way of being in your false self to being your neutral self, and then actually allowing yourself to move towards your true self, where you are the expanded version of you, where you dare to speak your truth, where you dare to voice your vision, where you dare to leap and take action steps way out of your comfort zone, so you can truly create the life that your soul knows is true for you, and where your potential is unfolded. So why it is unhealthy for you to stay in the being good version of you is because inauthenticity is actually living your life out of coping mechanisms. So you have all these strategies inside of you to keep you safe, and in the long run that is so unhealthy, because you are pleasing everybody else around you except yourself. So this coping and survival mechanism, it has to be reckoned with. We have to stop this way of showing up in our life, because it will never be true and nourishing and fulfilling for you. When you are living with this coping mechanism, it makes you feel less than others. It makes you dim your life and make yourself small, because you don't want to outshine others. You don't want to make others feel uncomfortable. You just want to have peace and restore the harmony. But you are living out of fear, and also most of the people, or perhaps almost every person you have in your life, they are responding to the version that is not the true you. So just think about that. Everybody is responding to this pleaser version of you. The version of you that is setting no boundaries, that is asking for no assistance, who are always super flexible and available for others. So by being in this stage in life or state, you are actually confirming yourself that you are not important. And that means that you are lacking self-trust because you are always in everybody else's business and trying to keep the peace and harmony instead of showing yourself that you are standing up for yourself and that you are choosing yourself. Here you are also outsourcing your decision making because you don't really trust yourself enough to stand by yourself and support yourself enough to make a decision, big or small. So when you have a decision, a life choice to make, you are pulling in friends, colleagues, neighbors, family, your sister, everybody, your partner, who can confirm your worthiness of making this choice. But there's a big risk of doing this because every time you are outsourcing the decision making, you are getting so many different responses back to you. And sometimes you perhaps feel less than or not as worthy as you long to feel because these responses are also vague or are not showing you, or you are not feeling as worthy as you desire to be by getting the other people's validation. So you need to learn to stop searching and needing the outside to validate you, and then start to insource this self-validation. And in correspondence with the validation, here you are also showing yourself that you are not important because you are not standing up for yourself. You are doing as others are telling you to do. You are just following protocol, also very loyal to authorities. But the truth is that when moving here to you and your true self, you have to awaken to the fact that you are your own authority. So you cannot just conform to others, because then you are applying their truth as your truth as well. And that's not a fact. You have your own version of your truth. You know deep inside what is true and nourishing for you. So if it's not working 9 to 5 at an office, then you have to make the decision and take action on that, and do what enlightens you and nourishes you instead. So now I want to share a bit about my own journey and how I got till here. So for 13 years I had a wholesaling business. And the truth of the matter is that I was working my butt off. I was really striving, chasing the success, and it never really arrived. So I was chasing customers, I was chasing orders, I did everything I could to get my products on the shelves. But no matter how much I strived, the success kept being at a far distance. And I get really worn out and frustrated and having doubts about myself. And I just kept going and fighting because I never really doubted my products. It was more about myself. But then in the end, after COVID, I had to realize that our finances was so bad that we wouldn't make it and survive. So I had to file my company for bankruptcy. And instead of judging myself and seeing this as a failure, I truly had compassion with myself. And I also always desired and wanted my designs to be world class and world known brand. And in the end, we sold it in 15 countries throughout Europe. So when the bankrupt went through, I was relieved, because all this huge responsibility, company I had put everything into, but it was never nourishing for me. When I could finally let that part of my life go, I truly found this freedom. There was no more emails to answers and phone calls to answer. There was no more employees to take care of, or huge bills to pay for the factories in the Far East. And my realization was that no matter how much you try and push and work hard, there will never be any other people from the outside come and acknowledge your work before you acknowledge your work yourself. So that was the true lesson of my journey as a wholesaling CEO/designer. So the lesson of this story is, no matter how much you are being good, you can't rely on that there are anybody else who will come and give you what you truly desire. You have to give it to yourself. And in my case, it was validation, self-acknowledgement of my own work and capacity, and that I was worthy enough of receiving, having a good life. And here I am, living my very best life, sharing my life's work with you. So thank you so much for being here again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.